Hello everyone and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Hey everyone!
We are back with part 26 of our Croc Let's Play.
That we are. I need to turn the analog sticks on.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, since we record things ahead of time, I just realized we probably might still sound iffy next month too. But probably when it's actually next month we'll be fine.
Yes.
So yeah, just giving you guys that heads up that we'll probably be okay by then. Not by the time, not for recording, but by the time it's uploaded, we'll probably be okay. I just didn't want you guys to worry. But anyway, yes, we are back with part 26, if I didn't say that already, of Croc.
Yes, our little crocodile is doing some spicy music.
Yes. Because we forgot to turn it down, which is okay.
Yeah!
I don't think it'll pick up, but if it does, if you hear a little bit of feedback, that would be why. That would be why. I at least mute it here on the monitor, because if I didn't, it would play on the monitor as well, which would definitely be picked up.
Unless you want me to turn the volume down off the TV.
You don't have to right now. We're in the middle of recording.
Yep.
Next time we'll fix it.
Yes.
So if you hear feedback, you won't. Precision platform. Yep. So yeah, we've still been watching Dragon Ball Super.
Yep.
Still mixed about it. We did finally get through the arc that I thought would never end.
It was the arc that never ends. It keeps going on and on, my friend.
With, it's just the reason it was particularly painful is with Future Trunks, and usually that stuff is good, but it's an arc that had so many, interesting ideas, but we just didn't like the way it was executed. And also, there was a point where they should have defeated the bad guy, but no. They had to drag it on for another episode.
Yep. So they did make it so that Trunks beat him.
Yes, I was at least grateful for that, even though it would have been even more perfect to have Trunks and Vegeta together take him out, because that would have been... Then he would have had the moment that Goku and Gohan had together when they defeated Cell. So I was just... I felt angry and sad that Vegeta was not given the chance to have that with his son.
So was I.
Yeah. But I remind myself that Toriyama hates Vegeta. Or, I should say hated Vegeta.
Yeah. He was not a fan, and he deliberately tried to make Vegeta terrible.
Yes, we have the conspiracy theory that he tried to make him terrible during the Majin Buu saga so that the fans would hate Vegeta too, and he could just get rid of Vegeta, but it wasn't working. Yeah, when you make a character that you were kind of hoping wouldn't be a long-lasting character, but they end up being super popular.
Does he make it so that Krillin now and then asks himself, should I have killed Vegeta right then and there?
I'm sure he might have asked that again when Vegeta killed that whole crowd of innocent people.
Yeah.
But I'm sure after that he probably didn't, because he cares about Bulma and about Trunks. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Krillin has moved on.
Yep. But, I mean, I don't know, this might change, but for me personally, I can't understand the concept of hating a character you created.
Understandable, yeah.
Because I'm kind of like, if I created the character, then I like them. You know, if it's a character I'm going to use.
Exactly.
I try my best to, you know, make characters I'm going to like. Even if they're like villains that do despicable things, I try to have something I like about them.
Right.
But, I don't know. I don't know, I won't really know if I'll ever have an experience like that unless I publicly share my stories or share it with groups of people who could potentially be fans. I won't know if I'll have some experience like that where I make some kind of one-off character that I just decide that I want to dispose, but everybody loves the character too much. I don't know. I don't know if that'll happen or not. But more than likely, since I like the characters I make, I would probably be like, oh, okay, I'll think about doing something more with that character.
Yeah. You're good with your characters, I feel.
I try not to make a character just to toss aside.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Yeah. But that's because I'm a very character-driven person. When it comes to the stuff I read and watch, I care very much about the characters. So the characters have to be well written or I'm not going to like something, you know.
Yep.
So I have very developed characters that I kind of already know what's going to happen with them. At least broadly what's going to happen with them. And I don't even have the full stories written out. To give you a kind of an idea of how important character stuff is with me. I don't have the full stories written. But I still kind of have an idea of what's going to transpire. Of course, I'm open and flexible that things might change if something happens where a different event is going to work out better, but...
Right.
So, yeah. But I do know sometimes you have that... You do genuinely have characters who don't get much screen time that you just end up getting really fascinated with and sad that they don't do anything with that character.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where the fans can come in. Yeah, I do always kind of wonder, I'm like, how will people respond to my characters, to my story ideas?
I ask that question often, actually.
Because here's the thing, I am terrified half to death, so that's why I haven't shared anything. Because when I was younger and I did share some of my fan stuff, people were pretty brutal, so it kind of made me like, maybe I shouldn't.
People who you trusted as friends and turned out to not be friendly.
Not necessarily, although that happened too, I guess. But, maybe one day I'll get good
I think you will.
Because sometimes I've shared... Well, I think I've shared plenty with you, and you like some of my ideas
I do.
and stuff.
I like your creative works.
So I told myself I'd finish writing stuff, even if it's just for you, and there it goes again. Why is stuff seemingly moving by itself? You heard that, right?
I did hear that.
Do we have to investigate that?
Potentially. It sounded like cables going down.
Obviously none of the cats are down here, so isn't it?
No, unless they figured out a way to teleport.
I would be shocked
So would I.
if one of our cats is secretly a magic practitioner.
Yes.
Which reminds me, another show I've been showing Connor is Soul Eater.
Yes.
Now, I've already seen it in its entirety, but it has been very nice to rewatch it.
Yes.
And I know you've enjoyed it, so...
Yes, I have actually.
It's one of the good things about you staying over is we get to watch our stuff every night, pretty much.
Yeah.
Although we get plenty of watch time in our normal hangouts, because we hang out 4 days, I think. Yeah, 4 days a week usually, but currently, since my mom's away, you've been helping me house sit.
Yep. And I also just realized something. I put the Super Nintendo on a box.
Oh, it must have slipped off of the box.
Yes, it's still there.
Right.
But
It just broke. Right. Okay, that's what the sound was. Mystery solved.
yep. We don't have to call Fred and Scooby.
Okay. Interesting. You just mentioned those two. Fred and Scooby.
Not to mention Shaggy and all.
Yeah.
Mystery Incorporated?
Yes, mystery. Sad that they've done with that franchise.
Yes. As am I.
Then again, I'm a super picky fan who wasn't even really that into What's New Scooby-Doo, but I would take What's New Scooby-Doo over the Velma cartoon any day.
Yeah, you see what happens when YouTubers rage about something and it's giving people to
Right.
check it out because YouTubers are raging about it.
Yeah, the problem is there was a lot of hate watching.
Yeah.
And okay, so here's the thing. I am okay with people watching things that they think they might not like. Especially if you're like a writer or a director or something and you want to know what isn't working and how, what not to do. But if legitimately you are hate watching, like if this is a show that legitimately is doing stuff you don't believe in, or the creators are doing things you don't believe in, I am not okay with that, because that is doing the opposite of what you want to do. You want people to not watch it. You want it to not get attention. And I know with YouTubers who it was, it's kind of their job to review bad stuff. I got them doing that.
Yeah.
It would be fine if it was just those people who were reviewing it who were hate watching it. But there were people legitimately knowing it's bad and going and watching it to hate it. And I'm not okay with that, because you are giving money to the thing you hate.
Yes. I do worry at times if the negative attention actually gives the polar opposite effect, in which they keep the show running because Joe Schmo on YouTube is doing reviews and, God, what did they do this time? What did they do that time? And
Right. Well, I think the better way to approach it would be to review it and be like, it's just nothing.
yes.
It's boring. There's nothing of substance here. And then I'll go, it's not even worth checking out. That would be the best way, but I mean, I'm not gonna tell you guys what to do, of course.
Exactly.
It's just our opinion. Because with streaming, yeah, any kind of attention. And actually, they are specifically feeding into the rage by doubling down and doing more things that make people angry. Because I've noticed something about YouTube's algorithm.
Yes.
Rage gets the clicks. The YouTube algorithm loves the angry.
Oh my.
Yep. So sometimes people who feel pretty neutral about something, they'll put in the thumbnail, "This is the worst thing ever." Or, something shocking and angry in their title or thumbnail. Because it gets the clicks that way. Even if in reality you have a more nuanced opinion, or you're like, this is just, this is just bad, but not in a particularly extreme way, You could feel completely neutral about it in the actual video, but on the thumbnail, put how horrible it is and, get people to click. That's kind of...
Right.
That's kind of what the algorithm is encouraging right now. I think even extreme positive reactions work. You could click on it and they're like, yeah, it's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Though I do wonder if the creators of Velma are still supportively happy to connect themselves with Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah, there's weird stuff like that going on too.
Yeah, because that anime is canon in that show.
Yeah, it's really weird, based on what we read.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, I feel like Velma's doing that. How do I put this? Trying to pander to, how do I say this without being too political? Being supportive of certain, putting on airs of being supportive about certain things without really feeling like they're supportive. Like, for example, literally, I think the only reason why Velma is Indian is because her voice actress is Indian. I really think that was the only deciding factor to make her and her mother Indian.
Yes.
So it's a thing where it's a diverse cast, but I don't get the feeling that it was done out of love of diversity, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I feel like it was more bait.
Oh, wow.
Now, I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments. Maybe they were genuine. I didn't get that vibe from what I had heard about the show.
I just thought they were trying to make puns, like... Well, there was that rap singer named Shaggy.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Maybe.
And the joke being he's not at all like either our food connoisseur /
And I felt like this was a way to rage people on both sides. like the people who have problems with inclusion would also hate this show, but the people who want inclusivity and diversity would have an issue with how it's done. So it almost feels like they're trying to anger everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
yeah. Indeed. Especially since I feel it's still more about the voice actress herself, and
Right, they kind of make Velma feel like a self-insert.
I wonder again if they still want to have that Rurouni Kenshin tie, knowing that the author of Semi-X/Rurouni Kenshin is in the doghouse.
Yeah, he's a certain word I probably can't say on here either.
Let's just say he is the type who...
Yeah.
Let me see.
Well, this looks like a new place.
Yeah, it does. We are getting farther, but
It's a struggle. Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
He was very naughty, and he put yogurt in the VCR player. No,
No.
Pop-Tarts. That's the analogy. That was something I heard on a sitcom a long time ago. Sort of like, who put my new shoes in the washing machine?
He's guilty of something a lot of high-ranking figures are guilty of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll put it that.
Yeah. He makes me feel very glad I never read the manga, and makes me feel very sad for fans of the manga who probably were pretty upset to find out that somebody they idolized was like that.
Yeah, what is up here? Exactly.
And me, I'm just forever hoping that the stuff I like won't be associated with terrible people.
Yes.
So apparently the people who, or at least one of the people that worked on the Death Note manga is problematic.
Oh, golly.
Not in the same way as the Rurouni Kenshin guy, but it's still not great. Still, well, made me feel grateful for not being fans of any of his other work, but he worked on other popular stuff like Hikaru no Go. I don't remember the other thing he worked on, but there was another one that I never checked out, but a lot of people liked. And I liked Death Note, so I felt kind of bad. But I'm casual enough about Death Note that I can kind of separate the work from the creator.
So can I.
Especially since he's only one of the people who worked on it. Like, there was one person who did the art and one person who wrote the story. And I think the guy who did the art is the one who... Now, if I find out they're both problematic, that's going to be really sucky.
Oh, that's how you do it.
We discovered a new theme.
Yeah. Ah,
We can climb.
that's how you do it.
Okay, good to know.
That's much easier than what I was doing.
It turns out it was hard because we were accidentally putting it on expert
Yeah.
by just not knowing one of the mechanics.
Because I was looking and I realized, wait a minute. It looks like that thing that shows it's climbable. How do you climb it?
Yeah. I'm so glad to know you can bake shrimp.
Awesome.
I still have to use at least one pot.
Yes, if you're cooking what I think you're cooking, yes. So we are. Ah, that's delicious.
But the shrimp and the vegetables
Good.
I know, I'm making myself hungry thinking about it.
Nice. I understand.
Sorry about that, I accidentally hit a pen on one of the CD cases, so if you heard that, that's what that was. It was so nice to see Adventure and Adventure 2 again. Sonic.
Yep.
Everybody loves Adventure 2, but I feel like Sonic Adventure is not really often talked about fondly anymore.
And I feel people ignore the existence of Sonic Adventure 2 on Dreamcast.
Yeah, I think a lot of... I worry that because of the marketing of the Dreamcast here in the US, that a lot of Americans didn't really play Sonic Adventure and Adventure 2 until the GameCube era. And since Sonic Adventure's GameCube port really sucked, the fact that their introduction was the GameCube port, I think that really hurt it. And I think that's why people always go to the GameCube port of Adventure 2, because I think people who either A, were younger than us, or B, didn't think the Dreamcast would be good, so they skipped it and got the GameCube port. That was their, that's their childhood, was Adventure 2 Battle.
And if you want to hear a story, when I had a GameCube, I was like, I really want to get Sonic, if it's available, Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this Sonic Adventure 2 battle? Isn't there like a Sonic Adventure 2 not battle that's on the cube? And I was like, where's Sonic Adventure 1? And they were like, Sonic Adventure 2 is the GameCube version of...
Yeah, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is the GameCube version, yeah.
So there is no battle. So there is no regular Adventure 2 on
GameCube, yeah.
Yeah, so... And then you then inform me that DX Director's Cut is the only GameCube version of the first game, and I was like... Oh, jeez! I said to myself.
Yeah, I think you were hoping for like a virtual console style thing.
Well, that, and also it to be like Adventure and Adventure 2 and not have any extra suffix like Battle or Director's Cut.
Yeah, and I'm always like, what's extra in Sonic Adventure Director's Cut other than Easter eggs? Like
Cream the Rabbit.
Which I consider an Easter egg.
Exactly. I was adding on to
Oh, yeah. Let me know in the comments if there's other stuff. I mean, I know the animation's updated a little bit. But here's the thing with that. It actually made it worse by updating the colors and stuff. It just does not look as good. Even Adventure 2 Battle, even though they did a better job, it's still... I was so glad that other YouTubers pointed this out, because it just looks better on the Dreamcast. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, guess what? Sometimes you shouldn't update stuff. You should just leave it the way it was. Because sometimes you actually make it worse. Because some of the limitations become a little bit too visible. When you update stuff.
There better not have been sabotage on those GameCube versions.
I don't know. I want to say with Adventure 2 Battle there wasn't. But I worry with Sonic Adventure that maybe they didn't like that game. I've heard the PC port is worse, though, of Sonic Adventure.
Oh.
That it actually has some issues. Alright, well, we're gonna try again until we lose, I guess. I know we're at the 30-minute mark, but...
Yeah. Well, we've finished a month.
Yes.
We hope the next month is good for you all.
Yes! Gotta hang in there until the spring comes.
Yeah.
Here we've actually had some warmer days. We're just kind of sad that we can't exactly enjoy it to its fullest.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do that.
We did open up the windows, but we'll probably close them when we get upstairs.
Yeah. Speaking of windows, we hope those kitties are enjoying it and relaxing and not going crazy.
I haven't heard a lot of running around, so they probably are just chilling.
That's good. The cats are cute.
If the crows come up, they might be like trying to chase them and be like, ah, let me get you.
I want to eat you.
I want to pounce you. The crows are like, we're just here for the trash. Leave us alone.
Pretty much.
Oh.
A cat and its crow. That's a odd couple story, if I say so myself.
Yeah. Cat tries to be all neat and tidy, and the crow just leaves a bunch of trash everywhere, just tears things apart. And the cat gets annoyed because the cat's trying to keep things tidy.
Yeah.
I feel like we made a little bit of progress.
We
guys.
have.
Baby progress. But still better than how Rayman was going.
Yeah, that game made me rage quit.
I know. I remember. I was worried about my controller.
Yes, I apologize.
That's okay. And I was like, alright, let's,
Not.
yeah, let's not. Part of me's like, should we just go on to Rayman 2 without completing the first Rayman? But I know that would be horrible to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, eventually I know we'll have to get back to it. Guess I'll have to watch some kind of tutorial about how to do those levels.
Yep.
Eventually we have to complete the other stuff too. But anyway,
Have a great one,
alright,
everybody.
bye guys.